Hey, what's up, familia? Welcome back to La Vida Blended, the podcast where we dive deep into real life stories, human connection, and the journey toward emotional well being.
Yeah, we in this thing.
Always, clearly, with a dose of humor. We're your hosts, Mila,
And I'm Donnell.
and we're here to explore the tough conversations, the personal growth, and the powerful experiences that shape our lives. Whether it's navigating love, loss, or everything in between, we believe in keeping it real because life's too short to take it seriously all the time.
Look at here, y'all. Today's episode is a special one. We're going to switch it up a little bit. All right. So while we spent a lot of time discussing co-parenting from the parent's perspective, today we're going to hear from someone with a different perspective from the family dynamic. Our very own Kendell.
What's up? What's up, La Vida Blended?
Whoop, whoop.
When-
Look at you saying La Vida
All right.
Blended.
You know what I'm saying?
Hi.
Kendell, aka Kendell Too Crazy, aka K2 Too Crazy,
AKA Hot to Trot.
aka
Chocolate Drop.
Cool Kid
AKA
Kendell,
Cool Kid Kendell.
aka Kenny Chocolate.
Can we just pause? He said chocolate drop.
Yeah, and we leaving it in too. He did. That is Kendell. Anyway, so today, like I said, we're gonna hear it from the child's perspective. All right.
First, I'm gonna start with the introduction. So let me just go in. My name is Kendell. I'm 13.
Okay.
Kendell Adair. I have my own YouTube channel, Cool Kid Kendell. So I think they're kind of copycats because I did it first in the
All
film.
right.
So they
Yeah,
all
right.
copying.
But we're doing it better.
We're doing it. We're doing it. We're doing it now.
I don't know about
It's
that.
well, but that's LL Cool J. You singing already? We ain't even got through the intro. Anyway,
Okay,
y'all.
sorry,
Okay.
Kendell. Proceed.
Here
All
we
right,
go.
I play basketball. I'm a
Mhm.
cool dude. I'm funny. You know, all the girls love me. So
Okay. All right. Well, there he said it. Okay. So this is a chance to hear from the child's perspective in a blended family. And so we're excited to hear what worked for him, what doesn't work for him, kind of the journey from his perspective, all in the world of co-parenting. So we hope this conversation will shed a little light and it'll shed some light on what's it like to navigate a blended family from the child's perspective.
Mhm. And for those, like, just for preface, for those that have not listened to co-parenting part 1 and part 2, I suggest you start there first. And then this is like the last part of that series.
Yeah, the first two are with Kendall's mom,
Mhm.
Kendall's bio mom.
That's
So
right.
yeah, this is unique perspective, and again, I hope you learn something. So
Mhm.
let's get into it a little bit, man. Kendall, how you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm just ready to talk. You know.
You always ready to talk, so that's not a problem.
He gets it from his daddy.
That was shade.
All right. So let's start off with a couple of questions. All right, Kendall, what's a typical day look like for you?
I mean, a typical day, I say, it really just depends what day it is because on Wednesdays is when I do my transition from my mom's house. Then after
Mhm.
school, a person on my dad's side of my family picks me up. So that's that. But on regular Monday, I just stay with my mom throughout the day. And it'll say 1 week I spend 3 days over my dad's and I spend 4 days over my mom's. The next week I'm gonna spend 4 days over my dad's and 3 days over my mom's. So that would be if I stay here till this Sunday morning, next Sunday morning I won't be here. I'll be
Mhm.
over my mom's.
Yeah,
By
you'll be going over
Saturday.
your mom's next Saturday.
Yeah.
And I will say that that's a schedule that you like have picked out and you continue to stay comfortable with that schedule. We check in with you all the time to say like, hey, is this something you still want to do? And you're like, yep, I still like the schedule, but we are always, taking your lead as far as that goes as well.
And sometimes he mixes it up.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's
he'll
right.
stay over there a little bit longer, or
Mm-hmm.
if he's doing something with his family on that side, or if we got something going on,
Mm-hmm.
we be going on trips. He comes with us for
Yeah, vacation.
weeks at a time or whatever. And yeah.
Well, in talking about that, how do you feel when you switch from one house to the next?
It's a whole different thing. Like it just feels like not a different part of me, but like it's just like a whole different like side of things, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So like over here I got my PS5, there's dogs around their house, there's more people living in this house. And over my mom's it's a different routine because I kind of take my shoes off, we cook dinner, and we will just watch a show,
Mm-hmm.
or I'll be upstairs playing with my friends. But like, yeah, we watch a lot of shows together, do a lot of different things together. Sometimes we go to the park and play basketball.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean that makes sense. Like because and then you also switched to your grandparents on
Yeah, the mix
Hmm.
of on Fridays by choice,
right.
even though they kind of neglect me. Um,
Who neglects you?
no, I'm playing.
God,
But over
you're gonna
my
have people calling CPS on
Yeah,
us.
right. Our
over
house
my
smell like
grandparents'
dog.
house, I be getting spoiled every day.
Yeah,
Every
you
day.
do.
Every day I'm over there, I have
Mm-hmm.
nachos, cookies, chocolate chip cookies straight out the oven. I be having my little glass of orange juice. It would be
Maybe no
amazing. I
wine
just be
glass.
yes.
Lord.
I just be
Well,
I'll be chilling.
what's one thing you look forward to in each of the switches? Like, what's one thing you look forward to in going to your mom's house? What's one thing you look forward to in coming to our house?
Well, in my mom's house, I say more like watching shows with her and
Mm-hmm.
stuff. And probably like STEM kids. And I also have a PS4 with a different set of games than my PS5.
He actually in pre-production, he was talking about how he nerds out at his mom's house with his STEM kits.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
And over here,
Mm-hmm.
really my PS5. That's not playing. My PS5, my dogs, and being able to see the family. She
Mm-hmm.
usually makes cakes. It's the birthday year or birthday month for both of them.
Mm,
See, he
So
gets it.
I'm getting double cake.
triple.
I'm raising you right. You know that
We
because
had all
Yeah.
you
kind of
officially
cakes.
know that we celebrate all month long. Well, for me, your dad a day.
Yeah, my dad's too timid about it.
Is that what she brainwashed you to think?
Nah, cause birthday was on the Super Bowl. He said the birthday was for the birds.
Hey, yo, it was for the
I ain't never
birds.
heard about his birthday since.
Go Eagles. Go Eagles. Yeah,
Listen,
that was a great birthday celebration.
And then over my grandparents' house, what I look forward to is being able to chill out, chore free. Well, I might have to take out the garbage and like pick up a piece of trash every now and then.
he's a
But
trash. You
but
one
listen,
trash.
anyways, anyways, I just be getting food. I get burgers,
Hmm.
nachos, there's tacos,
Mm-hmm.
there's everything I like. Yeah, everything I like over there.
Okay.
Okay.
And I
All
just
right.
it's also close to my school neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
So I get to hang out with my friends a lot after
Yeah,
schools.
that makes sense.
So you talked a little bit about, some of your favorite things and stuff like that. What is the switch like for you from going from one house to the other? How does that feel? What's that transition like?
It used to feel a lot different than it is.
Hmm.
That's just partly because like I didn't have a phone, so it was harder for me to be able to like reach out as much as I wanted to, you
Hmm.
know?
Mm-hmm.
Cuz like it's different from being able to like be in your room and just I don't know where just call your mom when they're down there watching like a movie rather than go all the way down and be like, "Hey, can I
Mm.
call my mom?"
Mm-hmm.
It's just a different feeling, you know.
You
Did
were
you feel
more.
like you
You're more
had?
independent now.
Yeah.
Did you
Mm-hmm.
feel like you had the ability to?
Yeah, I
Okay.
did. It just felt like different, you
Yeah,
know.
it adds an element to it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
But
because
now
now.
that I have a phone, it feels like it's easier to reach out and stuff.
Hmm.
Cuz sometimes even if you don't want to call, it's just want to be like a quick text. It's harder to like text cuz it'd be confusing. I text, "Hey, it's Kendell." Eh, like I love you good night cuz I remember one time I texted my mom, "I love you good night" on my dad's phone. She was like
Yeah, that's kind of
I was
weird.
like, "Wait, this is Kendall." Or yeah.
But see, I mean, in that though, that's like some of the nuance of being a child in a blended family,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Where even that responsibility to even think about those things wouldn't be on your mind maybe if you were texting Mila from my phone,
Yeah.
right? It wouldn't be like in a panic mode. It wouldn't be,
I
oh
mean,
snap.
yeah, cuz y'all weird.
Who?
We are not weird. How are we weird?
Yesterday, y'all was kissing at the steakhouse.
First
Like,
off,
we was just trying to eat. It made me lose my appetite.
that little peck wasn't even nothing. Like we act like we was just like sucking face or something like that.
Ugh.
Like we was
I
just
gotta
like
say like that.
You
playing
did not have
tongue
to say that.
tennis.
You did not have to say that.
That's how you made it sound. So I had to clarify for the people. I had to clarify for the
Listen.
people.
One day you're going to be doing the same
No, I
with a
won't.
significant other.
Not at no snake house.
Snake house.
I said
Yeah.
steak.
No, you
He
said
said
snake.
I said
but
steak.
We got it recorded. That's cool.
Okay. So with all that being said, we know that the reason why you have a schedule the way that you continue to have it and the switches is because we've had ongoing conversations with you and your mom, and obviously your grandparents, because they help us a lot with you and your schedule and picking you up, dropping you off, and things like that. How like what makes you feel supported throughout these switches?
I feel like you guys being openly communicative
Mm-hmm.
and communicating a lot.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It just feels supported.
Mm-hmm.
So, because you guys let me know, like, hey, if you want to switch anything up, and it's like, there's a good time to switch up.
Yeah.
We
Mm-hmm.
could do it. But if there's like some like reason you need to do something,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
that's probably the only reason why I wouldn't be able to
Right.
switch.
Right. Right.
You mean switch up as in like stay?
Stay
Or
or
like-
leave
Yeah,
earlier.
or like y'all
Yeah.
busy and already made plans.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
We gotta
Yeah.
work, or if we're gonna be out of town already.
Was
Yeah.
there a time that the switches were really difficult? And if so, why?
I feel like, yeah, because it just felt like things would go specifically fast, especially with me. Like, say I have 4 days over my mom's and 3 days over here, and
Mhm.
Friday I spent over Papa and Gigi's, and
Mhm.
2 of the days I had over here were up and out because
Yeah. You were busy with sports or whatever
in
that you weren't
school,
really
yeah,
here.
and all that.
Mhm. Yeah.
It would just feel difficult
Yeah.
because
do
I
remember that.
felt like I only saw y'all for like 2 little parts of my
Mhm.
day.
Yeah. Yeah. That's real. That's real because for kids that live in the same home every day, that's not their experience because they
Yeah.
get to be there every day. So yeah, that I remember some of those days being really hard for you for
But
sure.
also, it's like I know sometimes currently
Mhm.
I don't be wanting to switch because my brother Jerry be over here. We be trying to stay over here forever.
Stay forever.
Yeah, we don't mind that. It's okay.
No,
I
I just mind y'all not cleaning up and leaving crap everywhere all over the room.
We clean up.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Jerry been good on cleaning up.
We had
haven't we?
We haven't threatened y'all
Yeah. Yikes.
anyway. But no, that's it's still a interesting dynamic to have. Something to think about, like for you parents out there, right?
Mhm.
How many times have you had that conversation with your child about, hey, is this still doing okay for you?
Mhm.
Right? It's perfectly okay for you to blend your needs as an adult, as a parent, as
Mhm.
well as the kids' needs, right? At the same time, sometimes you gotta take a moment and say, okay, well, do we need to change this blend a little bit? See what I did there? That blend.
La Vida
Beep, beep.
Blended.
Uh-huh. Um, an applause?
Yeah.
I don't know if that was the one we needed, but anyway.
See what I have to deal with? This is why it takes us forever.
What was you about to say?
You know I gotta deal with.
So, back to what I was saying, you really do have to sometimes take a step back, take
Mhm.
a moment, and think about if that blend is still working for you.
Mhm.
That's really, really important as a parent in a co-parenting situation.
Well, that and like going back to what Kendell said about communicating, your mom, Donnell, and I, we communicate a lot about you via text message or via phone.
I hope it's good things.
Well, yes, and sometimes it's hard things because we have to come to you about hard things either together or individually, and we have to be able to share that information. So when you said like over communication, we do that absolutely all the time. There was a time that I wasn't part of that communication because that was fairly newish with your dad and you, but things became much more easier when the three of us were able to communicate.
Mhm.
But for example, even just you saying like that you were using your dad's your text and that you texted your mom and then you said that and you're like, y'all, that does not make me upset, nor did it make me upset then. It made me laugh. Like there was
No.
no ego or there was no harm in any like extra communication that he had with her, because at the end of the day, like it's at the center of supporting him. And as we were able to hear from him right now, like he needed the over communication and continues to need the over communication, the planning together with the parents.
Yeah. Yeah. And that was also there was also
Hmm.
with that understanding what Kendall needed, there was an understanding between us
Right,
of what we were
right.
doing within our relationship that you had trust in me
Yeah,
that
absolutely.
something like that
Yeah, yeah,
wasn't gonna happen. So
absolutely. And we wanted you to feel that. Like we wanted you to feel like that we care for your mom. And then we wanted to make sure that she wasn't left out in any decisions that we made
mhm.
about you.
It's interesting because as much as these phones are so problematic for these young folks, this actually adds a different element
Mm-hmm.
in what it did for you,
Right.
right? As
Mm-hmm.
far as like the communication side and different things like that. Now, all that TikTok and Fortnite they be playing and Roblox and whatever. Um,
See, Fortnite has nothing to do with the phone.
but anyway, let's focus. Anyway,
Were you going to say something though?
Yes, Fortnite has nothing to do with the
Besides
phones.
that? No.
No.
Okay.
okay,
All
all
right.
right, all right.
Okay. So, okay. So when you hear co-parenting, Kendall, okay, what does that mean for you?
Parenting of the co. All right. No plan. But cooperative parenting. So, like, people that are in cooperation to, like, make decisions around their kid or whoever they're parenting, you know?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Is it important to you that we work with your mom on co-parenting and that we get along?
Oh, of course, because I know, like, some people don't have it like that. Some
Yeah.
people, mom don't get along with their
Mm-hmm.
stepmoms, or dad
Mm-hmm.
don't get along with their stepdads, or the other ways around,
Yeah.
and all that. I'm just so glad that all three of you guys are, like, cool with each other.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
guys are connected and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Because if it was like you guys didn't like each other, it would have just been so different.
Yeah.
It
Hmm.
would have
Yeah.
been so hard for me as well.
Uh,
Yeah.
tell
Yeah.
me more about like why that would have been hard for you.
Well, because one, like, when people were fighting, and like, say this is like when y'all first met,
Mm-hmm.
like,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm still younger,
Mm-hmm.
I might think of like I might think of my parents differently just because of
Yeah.
like how they're fighting and
Mm.
stuff,
Yeah.
and that would be a very hard thing.
Yeah.
How would you think of us?
I don't know, like maybe like mean,
Mm.
maybe at the
Mm,
time, maybe like just because you know how like when you get mad, you say things that you don't mean,
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
like yeah, like that's like not scary, but that's just like whoa, I just saw a
Mm-hmm.
different side, you know.
Yeah. Right. Right. Absolutely.
Yeah, that for sure. I think one thing you have to keep in mind too is like the added stress that it would have probably added to you
Yeah,
as
because
far as
maybe you can think things like, what if it's my fault? Can
Yeah.
I do to like make this better? But it
Mm-hmm.
really just has nothing to do
Right.
with you.
Right. Right.
and that's
Absolutely.
that's the one thing to think about too as if you're in a co-parenting relationship. You're not always going to agree. That's normal and
Right.
that's natural. But how do you disagree? Right? What does that disagreement look like? What kind of things are you saying? What kind of things are you saying not just to each other but in front of the kids? What are you saying about one another to the kids? All these things are things to think about when it comes to those natural disagreements because all of those things have more of an impact on the child than you know,
Mm-hmm.
or the children in some
Mm-hmm.
cases.
Do you feel like that when things didn't feel right for you in your heart or in your mind about our co-parenting with your mom, like did you feel like there were times that you couldn't come to us to let us know?
I mean, honestly, I never felt that
Mm-hmm.
way.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like you guys were always like kind of on the same page
Mm-hmm.
because you guys are just like not like y'all don't really have like the same personality or not that, but like y'all you guys are
Mm-hmm.
just like in sync.
Yeah.
So like it'll be
Mm-hmm.
like I think like so this is gonna be your punishment. My mom will be like, agreed. And I'll be like,
Yeah, no, no, no. That's really cool to hear because we worked, you're absolutely right. We worked really, really hard to um, make it easier for you to, to feel at home in all parts of your lives. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. We talked about in the episode with your mom, like her coming up with the concept of Team Donnell. I mean, sorry, Team Kendall, right? And
Uh,
just wrapping our support around you and that That was
Mhm.
pretty early on, and
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
really focused on
Mhm.
how we can support you the best.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
real. Do you ever feel like you're stuck between, like, your parents or have we ever made you feel like you have to choose sides?
Not like you guys. Maybe I think I done that in my head before. Like if you
Mm.
guys like YouTube
Mhm.
get
Mhm.
like in a disagreement,
Mhm.
I like try to think like, all right, who's really like in the wrong, or
Mhm.
like what's
Mhm.
like going on, like what's
Right.
bad. I'm
Mhm.
trying to like, but not like really like, oh that one I'm on their team or that's who I
Right.
like better.
Right.
But like it's just like I just be trying to like get the best of both sides, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. Yeah, 'cause, the way that Donnell and I at times, disagree or argue, sometimes it does happen in front of him. We're human, and sometimes we have to practice the conversation with you of, like, if there's impact on the disagreement or
Hmm.
argument that he and I were having, to reassure that it wasn't your fault. And if there was a moment of disagreement about you, that we still need to let you know that it's still not about you, right? And so, because it's going to happen, like, there's still many things that we disagree on with Kendall, and we still find ways to, partner together to, make it easier for you, so that you're not put in the middle to choose sides and or anything to that effect, because that's not fair for you. And we will never, I mean, if we ever do make you feel that way, you can always just let us know.
Yep.
Yeah. um what about, let's talk about some special moments in this blended family. Tell us about a favorite memory or moment that stands out, for you in this blended family.
So like
It could be small, big, any.
I'm gonna break it down.
Okay.
I'm gonna do special moment
Okay.
with my dad and special moment with Mila.
I love that. Okay.
Well, you gotta do a special moment with your mom too.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Okay.
so first. I think I want to do. I said probably like my dad
Mm-hmm.
at y'all marriage.
Mm-hmm.
What's it called? We it was at the marriage. We went in the
At
circle.
the wedding.
Yeah, at the wedding, we went in the circle,
Mm-hmm.
and Poison came on. And we just started dancing. We hit the same moves, and we was just looking at each other. It was just so like my cousins were in the back rolling around doing whatever they was doing, and it was just a circle, and we was just hitting the same moves. So we was yeah.
Everybody was around us.
That's a great memory. I'm gonna look for
This
it and
was
I'm gonna post it for y'all so y'all can see, because that was special.
and this was prime New Edition, because the New Edition movie had just came out, and
Yeah, it
we
was
was all about New
2017.
Edition. So anything, Belle Biv DeVoe, Bobby Brown, New
Oh,
Edition,
I was
Robert
on that
Trans
Bobby
Van,
Brown. I would have my shirt
Johnny
hang out.
Gill. He had the box and
Like,
everything.
one time he's like, I want to be like Bobby Brown when I grow up, and I was like, oh, there's certain
No,
parts that you don't
no,
want to
Whoa,
be.
no. He said,
whoa.
I want to be, I want to be like Bobby Brown without the drugs.
Oh yeah.
I don't even. You weren't even 10. You was like 8, 9, or something like
I
that.
was in kindergarten. I was
Mm.
like 6.
Hey, but hey,
Okay,
you know.
sorry. So that was one special moment.
All right.
And then
Love
with
it.
Mila,
Uh-huh.
see, like I really have to dig down, like deep into my mind. But I remember one. This is when we both got matching shoes.
Oh yes. Yes, I remember that.
Cause that was cool. We got to match a lot after that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep.
But my feet grew so quick. Like I
It's still growing so quick.
And then y'all will always be able to find the shoes in like both y'all sizes, and then not my
Yeah.
size.
Yeah,
yeah, I
oh,
felt
that's
bad.
right. Because
I
that's
was
right.
always left out.
Because I couldn't find, like, the shoes for you. I'll also post those shoes because we looked pretty cool
But I always
Yeah,
think,
matching.
we should get some matching shoes.
Yeah, let's do it.
yeah, now it's gonna be easier for me and Kendell to find
I
shoes.
know, because y'all have the
It's
same
not gonna
size.
be easy for you.
Hmm.
You were at what, size 5?
5.5.
I wear 11.
I'm 12.
Oh,
Yeah,
Lord.
so we'll figure it out.
No.
Okay. What about with Amori?
But my mom, let's see.
What about the trips?
Oh, the trips, those are some good. I feel like there's different ones that were on the trips.
Mm-hmm.
I just like I remember all the times where we could just be like, we could just not be taking like stuff serious. We could just be laughing a
Mhm.
lot, you know.
Mhm.
We
Mhm.
can be like playing mini hoop, and
Mhm.
where I'm just like fall over, and she'll just be laughing at me. But I feel like mainly the best memories I had were when we were doing YouTube videos together.
Oh,
Mm,
that's awesome.
yeah,
Yes.
'Cause,
that's really cool. Is there do you have like a favorite moment where all three of us was there?
nah, y'all always team on me and gang up on me.
No, we
So
don't.
No, we don't. We were, you know what? The presentation that you did with your mom last year,
yeah,
and we were
I
both
did
there.
a presentation. I forgot what it was on. Was it on like
Oh,
anxiety and
yeah. Oh,
Mm,
that's right. Anxiety and mental health
yeah,
issues.
yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
did a presentation with my mom down
Mhm.
at Rockwood Gresham Boys and Girls Club,
Mhm.
and
It was at a family conference.
yeah,
Mhm.
and my dad and Mila showed up,
Mhm.
and I felt I rocked. I
yeah, I think
rocked.
you did.
Yeah, you did. You did an amazing job. And I was crying. Remember?
She was all, let me take a sip of my tea.
She be crying though. I'm
Babe,
just
I was
playing.
proud of him. Get out of here with that lie.
I got something now. It's something interesting that I noticed about you is that you have different conversations with the
Mhm.
three of us. You'll ask us different things.
Mhm.
You will, and you know, we communicate with each other,
Yeah.
but at the same time, you feel comfortable coming to me about stuff that you don't about them, or vice versa.
Yeah.
What are the things you come to each of us
That's a
for,
great question.
Okay, so
and why?
this is definitely shade at my dad. This is definitely shade at my dad, but NBA at my mom because I'll tell my dad something NBA and he'll be like, I don't know, on his phone. Or he'll be like, man, I don't really know that new generation like that. And I'm like, bro, come on.
I said
So
something you
so
do come to me about.
me and my mom watch NBA highlights. So I'll just be like, oh, this person got traded, and I'll just be rambling about NBA and she'll just be listening. And yeah. And I
Okay.
tell my dad probably about like girls. I don't tell my mom or Mila about girls.
Mhm.
I say about like girls.
You talked to him a lot about music.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
music too, and more football or any like other sports that I do and
Mhm.
play.
I
Mhm.
got one.
What's up?
History and current events.
We do a lot of history, politics, current events, and we keep it real. We get into deep conversation.
Hmm.
Mhm.
And we've
Yeah,
been
you
doing that
do.
for a long time since you were really, really young.
Yeah,
Mhm. Yeah.
with Mila, it's usually about like it's the randomest stuff, but it's stuff that goes around my school, you know. So I tell her like how my day went and like the drama down at my school.
The day-to-day stuff.
Yeah, I tell her the day to day stuff.
Yeah, and you also we have some deep emotional conversations about mental health and a variety of different things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What about Amori?
I
She
told
said
you
that
that.
yeah.
Oh, the
But if I
NBA
add one
stuff.
more,
Yes, if you can. Totally add one more.
I'll well really I'll just have her I'll say, hey mom, can you come upstairs and help me with something? She'll be like, what you need? I'll be like, sit down. And she'll just watch me play my game for like a whole hour. And I just tricked her to just sit with me for a second.
No.
Cause it'd be so cool just to like when you're playing a game, just have somebody by you. And she was just
She
deep into
roots for
the
you.
she was
She's like,
deep
okay,
into the game.
Kendell.
And I ain't say nothing earlier, but I'm low key kind of mad at you about all the shows that you watch with your mom.
Ooh.
Not because you watching shows with your mom, because we be trying to get you to watch shows over here, and you can't even stand still. And then you be leaving in the middle of the movie. I'll be like, bro, we put this on like for us to be together, and then you just be like,
Ooh.
I don't put good movies on.
we all we be agreeing to the movie.
D-
All right.
uh,
But that's because y'all never invite me to sleep over.
What?
Y'all remember that one time?
Sleep over in our bed?
Yes.
No.
Yeah, you guys not remember that one time we watched The Bricklayer?
yeah.
And I came in your room. I was like, what we watching tonight? And I was finally you know how I got you guys to watch that?
Hmm.
I admit, I lied. I said, hey dad, Mila said we had to watch movies at night. He was like, all right, yeah, I'm not even gonna fight it. And then what's it called? I went down. I said, my dad said we gotta watch movies tonight, Mila.
Oh.
and and you came upstairs with the popcorn. And I was like, bet they fell for it. I was like,
Look here,
ooh, it worked.
I can watch a movie in our room. That's fine, but you ain't sleeping there.
No, Mila says she's gonna make me sleep over one night
Nah.
if I have to sleep on the ground with the dogs.
Oh my
No,
gosh.
I
You
did
ain't
not
gonna
say
like kick
that.
you out on the
Wow.
ground.
Oh Lord, this has gone way too far.
So back on let's steer us back on the right path a little bit. Um, do you have a favorite tradition that you've created with your family? So like something that you really look forward to, and you can speak about either side, all of us together, whatever.
mhm.
I feel favorite tradition
Mhm.
on all three sides. My grandparents, my mom's, and Mila and my dad's. My birthday. My birthday.
Yeah, be 14 in May.
Yeah, I feel like over my mom's, we have Easy Freezy. We have like Easy Freezy Nights, which is a frozen yogurt place.
Mm.
Mm,
And I go out with the sprinkles.
I'm sure you
I
do.
cake batter. I put marshmallow. I put caramel. I put the little waffle cone. And I just sprinkles everywhere.
So you like the tradition that you already know that that night will happen and that y'all are gonna go together and
Yeah. We
love
used
that.
to have it like once a week, but now we have like every other week.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I mean it's cold. I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It don't
I
hit the
love
same
that.
when it's always cold outside.
I know one of my favorite family traditions that we have over here.
Hmm.
Anytime we have games, anytime we have game
Mm,
night, whether that be
mhm,
Game night.
sequence, Uno. Now,
mhm.
I take pride in this, and I'm going to take full credit. I have trained Kendell to
Nope.
be an Uno assassin from a very young age. I'm one of those parents who don't let kids win. So he has had to come up in like a Spartan environment when it comes to anything games.
Yeah.
And when it comes to Uno, I'll give him credit.
Oh yeah, he.
He learned he from a very young age, he has been able to come with it.
Mm-hmm.
And
Hey,
so I still
It's
threaten
true.
to ground him for winning to this. No, I'm just
hey, I've been upping it with the sequence game though.
Yeah, you learning. Yeah, we
Yeah,
getting even advanced,
yeah, you
even more
are.
advanced in games like
You're starting to
Sequence. And
see.
yeah, I still need to do my due diligence as a black dad
Mm-hmm.
and really put you through dominoes. Really take it to you.
See, I'm good at dominoes. I just need to start counting.
That's what I'm saying. You ain't good at dominoes if you can't count.
Yeah.
I can count. I just be
Well, I mean, you can count, but you know dominoes anyway. So
Y'all
that's one of my
digress.
things. Yeah, yeah. Anything else?
I really, although, and there's an episode about this, about how we celebrate Thanksgiving, aka we don't celebrate Thanksgiving, but when Donnell and I host a dinner that day, and everybody comes here, and Donnell and Kendall usually are the ones that are dancing, singing, or usually start the party. That's a really cool tradition that I really love and appreciate from these two, because they really feed off of each other's energy and vibe.
Wait, can we get a really quick breakdown? Why don't we celebrate Thanksgiving? Just for the people.
Oh,
Go for the folks.
for the folks, what we said originally in our episode. And I really also encourage you all to listen because it does help how we navigate even parenting him and understanding like what's happening in politics and what's happening in real life and in real time. And we definitely don't celebrate Thanksgiving and the murder of Native Americans. And so we celebrate family connection. And that's what we do. That's what we host.
Let me go ahead and add another 2 cents. The myth of Thanksgiving is a lie in a large part. Some parts, native tribes did support European settlers who came over here and saved them through the winters and different things like that. But when it comes to this myth of them coming together in harmony, that didn't necessarily happen, and there was so many atrocities committed by European settlers to
Mm-hmm.
the native folks who were already over here that go swept under the rug, that go unnoticed. And so this myth has been a part of perpetuating that lack of acknowledgement
Yeah.
of the wrongdoings of Native folks. So that's why we say we don't celebrate quote unquote Thanksgiving. At the same time, we live here in the US in a system to where there are only so many few designated days to actually gather with your family.
Yeah.
Um, and so we take advantage of that, right? We take advantage of the idea and the understanding of giving thanks and showing gratitude for all the things that we have in life and
Hmm.
gratitude towards each other. So that is why we continue to celebrate on that day.
And we talk about it. We want to raise a conscious child that can continue perhaps even these traditions and these conversations in the future for himself. Because it is important for you to be aware and raise that consciousness for not just yourself, for your friends and people in the future that you connect with.
Let me be honest. That was not 2 cents. That that
I
was a
mean,
couple
that
dollars.
was a
That was a
couple of
couple of
dollars on
dollars.
y'all head,
I was
on y'all head.
here trying to give like a cent, and then Donnell came in showing up with a $100
Hey,
bill.
hey, sometimes you gotta let them. Sometimes you gotta let them know.
No,
Sometimes you
it's
gotta
important.
pop out and show.
That is typically what happens in our home. Like, aka the other day when Kendell was like, Mila, give me 20, just playing around though. He's like, give me $20,000 so that I can buy a Tesla robot.
Uh,
And I said, no, we don't support Tesla. And he's like, why? And I'm like, go talk to your dad. And so then he comes downstairs and asks Donnell, Mila told me to ask you why we don't support Tesla.
And
And then
then
Donnell
I
said,
started I started getting into it. Hey, all right, so Tesla with blah 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 blah, and or not Tesla, Elon Musk, blah 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 blah. And then I stopped and I said, no, no, wait a minute. Why don't you research it? It's a
mm-hmm,
good time for you to develop your skill. You can't just listen to whatever I say. You got to be able to research things on your own. So
mm-hmm,
you go
critically
figure
analyze it.
something out and
Mm-hmm.
then come talk to me and let's talk about it then.
That's right. That's right.
He still hasn't come back to talk to me about it, but that's cool.
But that's
that's
just,
because we
again,
left right after that.
we did. It's just an example of what happens in our home with these conversations, essentially. So to close the loop on that part of co-parenting, let's talk about what makes you feel loved. Your dad and I talked about that in an episode. One of the things that I see in you, a great gift that you carry is you have a very sensitive and emotional side. You love and care deeply for the people that you are surround yourself, and you show that. Like, I remember when I was doing IVF treatment, and IVF treatment makes me really sick, gives me really bad migraines, and I remember like being in the restroom. Do you remember that? And like I had horrible like vomiting, like it was awful. And he ran upstairs to grab Donnell to say, Mila is, I think you grabbed him from upstairs, right?
Yeah, I was like Mila's. She's like throwing up.
Yeah, yeah. And I just felt like, although I couldn't see him because my um, vision was blurry, I felt his care and love. And he's always like that when I'm really sick or when I've had my surgeries or whatever. And it's a special thing about you. But what makes you feel loved and valued and accepted by your parents and I?
I feel like
You the parent. You a parent too.
No, that's an I.
Oh,
Oh, I see. Yes, all of us as parents. Yes.
I feel like sometimes when my dad just wants me to stay over that. Sometimes when my dad just wants me to stay over the house,
Mm-hmm.
it's just like, oh yeah, he actually loves me. No,
Okay.
and he's like, come downstairs, come hang out.
Mm-hmm.
What's up? Let's play like we said, board games or something.
Mm-hmm.
Game night.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What else?
From my mom.
Mm-hmm.
Got to say the best for last. And for my mom, I feel like just like she's like, I ain't seen you in a while. Can I have a hug? Let's check in. Just to
Mm-hmm.
talk like that.
Mm-hmm.
From Gigi, I could tell that
who
I'm
is
loved.
Gigi?
My grandma.
That's
I
my
could
mother.
I could tell that I'm loved
Mm-hmm.
because she be getting in her feelings. She be like, you ain't gonna have no conversation with me? And I'll just be like on my bed just eating like this biggest sandwich of my life. Like, and she's like, you ain't gonna have no conversation? And I'm just, like cheeks full of food. I'm like, I just look at her like
But you feel that as a way that you receive love and that she's
Yeah.
showing you love because she wanted that connection with
Yeah.
you. Mm-hmm.
And she just checks in with me as well.
Yeah.
And for Mila, I feel like it's the also conversation as well. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's conversation. She be like, I could tell that I'm loved because sometimes, like, if I don't say hi to her, she'll be like, you didn't say hi to me. Say what's up. I ain't seen you in a minute. So yeah, I could tell.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, and I feel the same. You do that to us too. Like you say, hey, hello, kind of a thing. But so when we do those things, it makes you feel loved.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Did you want to share something?
Reach
Babe?
out. Well, I was just thinking about like, I mean, you mentioned Gigi, but you ain't mentioned Dado. You ain't mentioned your pawpaw.
I mentioned my mom. I mentioned Mila. I mentioned Gigi. I ain't even mentioned you.
Oh, okay, my bad. All right, cool. Yeah, you did. You said when I
When he comes, when you ask him to play video games, or
Yeah.
I'm sorry, board games.
From Papa, which is my grandpa,
Mm-hmm.
his dad. I feel like I'm loved because, like, it's just in general, all the places he takes me and all the support that he's shown me with picking me up and taking me across towns just so I can get to practice and get home. I love him for that. And he's always bringing me lunch at school sometimes. And it's just like, that's my guy, you know?
You're very well loved.
He be teaching you about music too. I'd be like, how you know about that? You been riding with your granddaddy?
I love that, Kendell.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. What do you think the best thing is about having both of or all three of your parents at this point in your life?
The multicultures.
Mm,
I
okay.
feel like number one, the food.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, the music
Mm-hmm.
and parties.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we like
Number
the part.
three, I take the culture as my own, you know?
You talking about Latino culture too?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
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 Yeah, you know how to merengue, you know how to salsa, you know how to cumbia,
I don't know if you know how
banda.
to salsa yet.
I don't. Do you know how to salsa?
I'm working on it. I don't feel confident. I mean, I can, but I
I'm
don't feel as
confident.
confident as
I'm
the other one.
No,
confident.
yeah, you're a very well-rounded child. I love that you love that part. Love that. And I love that you have embraced, the food and just in our culture, we support our elders a lot.
Mhm.
And you have really been supporting my dad and his, ailments and things like that. So it's definitely something that I've seen you embrace for sure.
Yeah.
So let's get a little bit about the role of like step parents. Okay. So I've really been wanting to hear your perspective on, your feeling, my relationship with you, and or how it may hinder or our bond together. How do you feel about having me as your stepmom? You can be honest. What makes it easy and what makes it hard?
Honestly,
Honestly.
not playing. Yeah, it just feels amazing to have like you as a stepmother because you're so like you can have like this funny side, playful side,
Mm-hmm.
and you also have this nice like business side, you know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just glad that you can like I said earlier. I'm glad that you can bond with my mom and my dad well.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you're gonna make me cry. You can ask him the next question, babe.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Dang, I was over here doing some video stuff. You gonna mess up that makeup you put on.
Oh my God, you're right.
Yeah, you
No,
gotta
she
be
put
careful.
she put on a lot.
Yeah.
I did not.
Oh.
The full face.
I did not.
Remember, hey, y'all pull up the receipts yourself on our New Year's. I think it was our New Year's. We were talking about bringing video, and she was like, "I'm just gonna be here with my little bird's nest on top of my head. Just see me with my messy bun." And this
No,
morning,
that's
I
why I
told
don't
her.
record videos because
This
they look like
morning,
a hot mess.
this morning, I told her I was recording video. Guess what? She was in the bathroom, and I was like, "Man, she been in there for long. Like, hurry up, we about to get ready." She in the mirror, makeup, eyeliner, lips,
She had the full outfit change.
lips all glossed up and everything, like full outfit change.
Y'all are some haters.
Nah, you ain't
Oh
keep
my
it. You ain't keep it
God.
real. You ain't keep it real.
Yeah,
You was
my
talking.
Vida Blended is all about keeping it real over
Hey,
here.
you was talking real big. Oh, I'm just coming. I am who I am. Next thing you know,
I'm not
the
gonna
mirror.
change up for them.
Right. Next thing you know, you changing up. I'm just saying, you look good.
Me and my
I ain't hating. You look
Listen,
good.
me and my dad
But
just
that's
put
not
the
what you
shirt
said you
on.
was gonna do.
Me and my dad just put the shirt on. We ain't do none of that. That extra effects.
I ain't have my lip gloss today.
listen, I put my La Vida Blended hoodie. Okay, that's all I did.
Oh, show the back. Matter of fact, show the back.
I
Can you turn
can't.
around? Can you? Because it's okay. Y'all
Bro.
can kind of see it a little bit, but
Yeah.
I know that's what the backs of
But you
these
have
look like.
it. Yeah, you have
Yeah.
yours too.
So
Wow, we digress really
yeah,
fast.
because that's you. That's how you be changing up.
Is there something specific or more specifics around how I as your stepmom make you continue to feel like you're part of this unit, this family?
Honestly, if
Mhm.
I'm being completely honest, I feel like if I'm being completely honest, I feel like she's the biggest on communication
Okay.
out of you three,
Mm-hmm.
and my mom's the second. You're like my mom's here, Mila's here, and my dad's like down here. You know what I'm saying?
I don't talk to you.
No,
Nah.
he says that what did he just say one time? He's like, I don't know what my dad would do without you and my mom. He's
Struggle bus.
right.
Like it'll be like every morning would sound like this,
Oh my gosh.
like alarms everywhere. Like
You know what? And this is a role and a sacrifice that I've taken as a father. Kendell is a hater on me, and he will never take my side ever.
not true.
That is
When the
not
last time he took my
true.
side?
What do you mean? When's the last time I took your side? There's so. Can you vouch for me here?
He has taken your side before. You know what he'll say? This is
Oh,
how I
what?
remember. I can't remember specifically, but he'll say like, Mila, I'm with my dad on this one. That's what he does. Mila, because he knows usually he's on my
I just
side.
took your
No.
side about that whole makeup thing.
The first time in like 13 years.
Listen, it's not about sides.
It's all right.
Okay.
Yeah,
No,
like
I'll
what
take-
we
I'll
just
take
talked
that.
about. It's not
Right.
about sides.
Cause
It's about including the whole
Exactly.
parenting.
Mm-hmm. Cause but look, this is the type of stuff Kendall do to me. It literally was like earlier this week, Kendall called me. And he texted me, "Hey Dad, can we talk?" And I'm like, "Okay, that's like serious." And he's like, so I pick up I FaceTime him. He's like, "Hey, can you go to the other room?" And I'm like, "Okay, all right, cool." So I gotta walk over to the other room, close the door, not in earshot of anybody. He 1-on-1, cool. You know what I'm saying? It's my boy. You know, 1-on-1. And he was like, "I just got you to go to the other room for no reason." What am I supposed to do with that? Now I'm the worst communicator.
After I did that,
Nah.
my mom was dying in the back.
Like, oh, okay, and now look at you. You still see I can't win.
No,
Can't win for
no, you
losing.
really are not that great of a communicator when it comes to a lot of things.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm
I feel like if I didn't text you or call you for like a whole week, I feel like the only thing you would text me about would you would send me something about like Kendrick Lamar on Instagram.
First off,
And
I send you basketball stuff sometimes.
Mila, you're good at communicating, but it's about specific things. Cause like she don't be answering texts.
I know I'm
She don't
terrible.
be reaching out. She don't be calling.
No, I've gotten better.
I feel like my mom's good at calling people though, cause she calls me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she does.
Yeah.
She's props to her.
Yeah.
And I am working on it. Well, with that being said, because we digressed again, in thinking about your life, as a stepson and, divorced parents, what advice would you give to other kids who might be getting a stepmom or a stepdad or a stepparent for the first time ever?
Don't think of the step parent as trying to replace your mom or dad. And I'm not saying that from personal experience.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying that from like just because I know overall what people could think of it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
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 So don't think of them as trying to like replace your mom or your dad or like try to accept them if they're like if they're like a generally good person.
Yeah.
Don't just like, "Oh, I don't like them just because they're not my other like my real parent."
Mm-hmm.
Just try to like accept them if they're an actual good person, because it's different. If they're like a shady person, I
Yeah.
can get that if you're not liking them.
Yeah.
But like if they're a person like Mila,
Mm-hmm.
like just try to like accept it the best you can.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a very amazing advice for sure. What about if you could tell parents and step parents one thing about making things easier for their kids in a blended family? What would you
Uh-huh.
tell them?
I feel like I said earlier again, just that good communication
Yeah.
and like really not trying to have any problems with the other parents.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah. That's the best advice ever. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Um, what's one thing you think we as the adults sometimes forget when it comes to raising kids in a blended family that you would want others to know so that they don't forget?
So like just remember if you guys are like having a disagreement or like argument,
Mm-hmm.
it's healthy to argue, but like not too much.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys are having a disagreement, just make sure like your kid is not in the middle of that. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Um, as we look ahead, you're almost going to be 14, which means like you're about to graduate middle
I'm
school.
about to go to high school.
You're about to go to high school, which is wild to me. And we were totally talking about this yesterday's birthday dinner, my birthday dinner, because I celebrate a month. That I've known him since he was 3. And so
It's a decade.
I know it's a long time. What are you looking forward to as you get older? And how do you hope your family will grow in the future?
Honestly,
Mm-hmm.
what I'm looking forward to,
Mm-hmm.
kind of not. Like, you know
Mm-hmm.
how people want to always grow up? They were
Mm-hmm.
like, I can't wait till I grow up. I'm going to be doing whatever I want.
Yeah. Yeah.
I kind of just want to enjoy life how it is, you know?
Mm.
Yep.
Because it ain't going to last it's not going to last forever.
Yeah.
Life is too short for you to keep thinking about like too much about the future.
Yeah.
I think more about the present. How am I going to have a good day today? How am
Yeah.
I going to just enjoy my day?
Yeah. Yeah. I live that same way. Yeah. Me too. Me too, buddy. Is there anything that is exciting about you getting older and your family changing?
I feel like it's just a shift from like the more basketball things I do,
Yeah.
especially because now when I like go to my high school that
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be like on a different schedule, more
Yeah.
busy
Mm-hmm.
schedule,
Mm-hmm.
and also that high school would be like a little bit further away, you know.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which would then we would have to really rethink about like continuing to find ways to reconnect on your busy days.
Yeah, and there will be different activities out also
Mm-hmm.
after school
Right.
and
Right.
different jobs I'll be
Yeah.
working.
I know.
So
It's so weird. It's wild. Wild. Do
Yeah.
you have any other questions for Kendall? I know I keep thinking about all these questions. Do you have any other questions before we end up
No,
closing
I
our
just, as
thoughts?
far as like future hopes, I'm just excited about the opportunities that he's gonna have to be able to share his, what are you doing? To share his strengths, his talents,
Yeah.
who he is to the rest of the world, continue to develop that and continue to make a huge impact on the world,
Mhm.
which he already is. So
Absolutely. And I feel like, if your father and I ever get the opportunity to actually have a child, you would be an amazing sibling.
oh yeah.
You would be an amazing older brother.
yeah.
And you already are an amazing older cousin and a brother to Jerry. And, you know, it's you have so many amazing qualities that so many people are already like learning from you.
Thank
Well,
you.
wow.
All right.
What a conversation.
Give us a dad joke to close out.
What's the dad joke, babe?
Oh gosh, you'll put me on the spot. Um, Let me see. Why they invite the mushroom to the party?
Why?
Because he was a fun guy.
Hell no.
You-
To the no, no, no. Hell to the no. Hell to the no.
How you even know I got this
To the
button,
no,
bro?
no.
he
How you even know I got this button right now?
he was practicing earlier.
Okay, he been waiting on that one. You set me up, bro.
That was good. That was a good setup. I mean, Donald does like
He
his
did
dad
set us
jokes.
up before this podcast. He said, "Everybody smile," and he took a video, and we was just he was
Looking
like,
all
"Gotcha."
nerdy.
Well, hey, I got to get you back at some point.
Well,
All
Kendall, it's
right.
been super insightful hearing about your perspective and growing up in this blended, beautiful family and the privilege that I've been able to be part of it and with you. From your thoughts and what works and what doesn't work, and what I feel like listeners would be able to share this episode to their young adults, their children, to be able to hear your perspective. And you're already changing lives just by sharing your own lived experience. You might impact other kids, especially with your advice that you had given them, um, i- to think about in having a step parent. What one thing that really stood out to me was when Kendall mentioned the fact that, you know, that you couldn't even, you were having a hard time thinking about like a challenging thing. Like there was a lot of joyous and lots of connection, you really highlighted throughout, but it's also because of the amount of work, kind of like what we talked about in co-parenting part 1 and part 2, is this. He was able to share so many amazing highlights of what works for him because of the work that we have done. And that's the beauty of a blended and co-parenting situation, is that everybody's putting in the work, and this is the product of that. And so it takes, it's moments like these that remind us of how vital it is to create a positive, safe and emotional environment where every family member, every co-parent is allowed to be themselves. And thank you for sharing that, not just with us, but with everybody that's going to listen. And everybody's been asking for this episode, so it's finally here.
It's here, y'all, and y'all can see it on video.
That's right.
Check out our YouTube, La Vida Blended.
YouTube.
All right. So, Kendall, I just want to thank you again, son,
Hey.
for being a part of our conversation today. You are wise beyond your years.
Absolutely.
You give a unique perspective from just the other side of this thing. So we really appreciate you. Amazing job. You're still a hater, but I know you love me so much.
And can we just all agree that y'all want me on another podcast video?
Hell no.
You fell for that one. You fell for that one.
Got your back.
Well, like always, we always want to tell our listeners to give us feedback. Email us at lavidablended@gmail.com, or, find us on Instagram at lavidablended.
Check out the YouTube.
We share your thoughts, share your perspectives. Let us know how he impacted you. Whoa.
Follow don't use the board. Don't
Speaking
use
to
the
me.
board. Don't use the board. Follow Kendell Too Crazy on Instagram. Also give me a nice follow. Nope.
Bruh.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Me or him?
Oh, Kendall, tell you
Nah,
what I was gonna
he's
say.
trying to set me up with the soundboard.
Lord.
Anyways, let's close this out.
All right, y'all. Yes, please reach out. Ask us questions. If we didn't talk about something that you wanted to hear about today, ask us. Right?
We'll
Hit us
be
up
doing a part 2 with your questions. that you bring
yeah,
up
like
to the table.
just do comment on an Instagram post. Reach out to us. Let us know. We really appreciate it. And so we'll catch y'all next time. All right, y'all.
Peace.
Stay mixy. Stay blended.
Bye.
Bye.